Alicia Kan sebagai co-host.
Saya Bryan Tjoa sebagai host.
Saya Haryanto sebagai co-host.
Saya Jovina Oktaviane sebagai kameramen. Pada hari ini kita akan melakukan podcast dengan tema No Bully Allowed. Dan kita hari ini kedatangan seorang tamu spesial yang berasal dari Jerman. Let us welcome Miss Carmen.
Yay!
So let me introduce me first. I'm Carmen, I'm from Germany and I'm a teacher and I'm here in Solo for 2 months in this beautiful school and I'm very happy to be here. Today we do a podcast about bullying and I think because of my special profession, I'm a teacher for students with special needs, we can share some experiences. Thank you for welcoming me.
Okay.
And now, let's start to open the mic.
Yay!
So can you tell us how is the current condition of schools in Germany with students with special needs?
In Germany we have a bit different school system than you have here in Indonesia. I personally work at an elementary school with children from grade 1 to 4 and after this they go to other schools. There are 3 different levels, like it's called Hauptschule, Realschule and Gymnasium. They are different levels. Gymnasium is the highest, where you can go to university after it, and Hauptschule is the lowest. And there are also special schools for students with disabilities, but we try to have more inclusive schools in Germany and less separated. This is why it's all changing a bit, and there are new challenges but also good things about it. At my school, it's an elementary school and we try to keep all the students together to learn from each other and see the differences but also appreciate the differences. And my job is to make sure that students with disabilities can learn together with all the other children. So I'm there and I do a cooperation with the other teachers and we plan what the children should learn and how we can help them. And we try to bring them all together. But it's a bit difficult because it makes new challenges to bringing them together and it's not always easy. First from the social perspective and also from the learning perspective. Like the students, they don't know each other and it's of course a situation where bullying can happen, but also for the teachers it's difficult to make sure they all learn together on the same topic but maybe not on the same level. That's our job to trying to bring them together but teach them on different levels at the same time. And the social thing is like the good thing is they spend the breaks together, they have small class trips together, so this is where they can meet, but it also can happen to that bullying takes place.
Is there any mental issues with the children that have special needs?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just a teacher, I can't always see inside the heads of the children, but I'm sure it's difficult for them, but I think it's still the right way to bring them all together because otherwise you can't lower the barriers or you can't make it easier to make an inclusive community even if they aren't at school in this young age. So I'm sure there is bullying that takes place, but we try to talk a lot to the students and to make sure they become a team and not only separated groups in the class. And maybe it takes place when I can't really realize it because I'm not always around them. They are alone in the breaks or in the afternoon. I can only see what in my lessons takes place, and this is mainly sometimes the students laugh about mistakes other children do, or maybe in a group work it's difficult to find someone who works together with the students with disabilities. but it's quite different. Some classes are more inclusive, some not. Sometimes it happens just the same with students without disabilities. That's very, very different, but I'm sure it does take place.
Is there any like special program for the children that have disability and the one that doesn't have disability?
I don't think it's a special program. It's like from the government we try to be more inclusive at the schools, and there are many things that the teachers can do to do so. But first, when you get a new class as a teacher, you try to make them a real community. Like you take so much time, not for lessons and things like math, etc. But first, you talk a lot to them. You try to play together, so they really get to know each other. That they learn what their interests are, what their hobbies are. And I think if you start first like this, it helps a lot for the future. But then you also have to again and again train this social skills from the students. And we should, in all subjects, we should try to train these social skills. It's also like written down in the curriculum, and it's always part of the lessons. Like for example, we often have a reflection at the end of the lesson. How was the lesson? What was good? What could be improved next time? Or especially in a group work, what was good and what do you need that it gets better the next time? This is like always a thing in German schools, and this is how we like to prevent social differences, or that they are not feeling that included. Also, we do many class trips to somewhere in the nature where they can play together, and we arrange some activities so they really get to know each other and play together. That's more like the elementary school. I can only talk for the younger children. We do. We also have grades for social behavior in the certificates. And if you see a child who doesn't behave so good, it will be also there written down. But of course, it's only the things we can see, and we can't see everything that happens or takes place in schools. This is what we do. Maybe sometimes we also have a project week like this where we make it. We focus on social skills. That's mainly the things we do every day or regularly.
As a teacher, what's your solution for the mental health issues in your school, or maybe for the student with mental health issues?
What we do, you mean?
Like, do you have a private counseling with the children, or like any programs, private conversation with the children, or?
Yes, we have the chance to. So often there are two teachers in the room. Like me, I'm there for mainly the children with disabilities, but also for the others, and the regular teacher. So I often have the chance to take them outside and maybe repeat something they didn't understand, or talk about different situations when something happened. They can tell me, and I can help them to talk with each other, like in a small setting where not everyone is around, and that's possible. We often have rooms where we can bring the children out, but we try to keep them in class to work inclusive. But of course we can use the setting where only a few children are there to empower them or help them to have a growth mindset. I don't know if you call it the same here. That's a very important thing for us, because we know they struggle with many issues, and it's hard for them sometimes to see how the other students are. They can just easily learn faster, and it's hard for them, but they see always the other students who it seems like it's also easy for them. So a big part of our job is also to make motivation and help them to keep motivated and to keep, have a good mind. So that would also affect the learning at school if they have a healthy mindset and feel good at school and feel comfortable in the class. That's a big part of our job.
So there is an accident in Cibubur, I think.
Yes, in West Java.
Yes, in West Java, that there is children step on
Body.
On the body.
Okay.
On a friend's body.
And we need your opinion about it, like how we can what's the solution to solve that problem?
I don't know. I think if something like this happens, it's cruel and very that should not happen, of course. But I think it's not so easy to solve just this problem because there are so many things that come together often that it's hard to just prevent situations like that. I think the most important thing is to be just to okay, that you educate yourself and all the others once like that they become tolerant people and that they know there are differences, but it's okay and you can be just how you are and respect this thing. I think that's the most important factor. If you focus on prevention and education, I think that's a big thing. But of course, I can't say how this exactly situation could have been prevented. But I think, the most important thing is just to be tolerant, to try to help, even if you see a situation where you think, oh, maybe there could be bullying, to help and to step in. I think that's very important, and it's always, in every situation it's a new challenge and new, maybe it's always different. I think that's not just one solution, because otherwise all those problems would already be solved.
Do you know what kind of bullying in Germany feels like more physical or verbal?
Because here in Indonesia, we usually bullying here we bully with speech or physical, or we just these people we let them away, make them feel lonely, we don't want to talk to them like that.
I think it's the same everywhere in the world. It's similar to the things that I could see in Germany and to the issues. I think they are just everywhere the same, even if there are different languages and cultures. It's just very similar, and I think there's not a big difference between the cultures or the students. I think students everywhere in the world are similar. That's what I saw in the last week. I think it's so similar to schools in Germany and to the behavior of the students. It's just very, very similar.
So, Mrs. Carmen, do you have a message for our audience or Indonesian people?
Yeah, maybe it's just the same in Germany, because I always tell the people we need more teachers to help in these issues, and especially teachers like me for the children with disabilities. There are so few teachers, and we need more to reach the goals that we'd like to reach, and we only have too less time to help, and it's difficult if you only have a few hours per week in a class to help and to be there for the children. It would be more better to have the whole week, every day in the same class, to get to know the children, and that could only be possible if there are enough teachers. And maybe because of the bad conditions for teachers, there are more and more tasks we have to do, and more things that are on our minds, and we have to remember it's not so popular anymore to become a teacher in Germany, especially for the special needs profession. This is why I hope so much that there are many people who will decide for becoming a teacher. I think that's just the same here.
So Miss, thank you for coming here and want to do this podcast with us. We really appreciate it. So I guess this is the end. And so thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
Nah teman-teman, segitu aja podcast dari kami. Nah jadi sebenarnya pada intinya permasalahan bully atau mental health di Indonesia dan Jerman itu hampir sama ya teman-teman. Nah selain itu pada podcast kali itu menyadarkan juga pada kami bahwa sebenarnya itu masih banyak banget permasalahan bully atau mental health issues di Indonesia. Jadi kami semua berharap bahwa pemerintah atau masyarakat yang bersangkutan dapat membantu menekan tingkat bully atau mental health issues yang ada di Indonesia.
Dan itu teman-teman, di Jerman sendiri sudah ada sekolah-sekolah yang memang khusus untuk anak-anak disabilitas. Lalu mereka juga menyediakan guru-guru seperti Miss Carmen yang mereka memang sekolah khusus untuk menangani anak-anak disabilitas ini. Di Indonesia sendiri sudah ada sekolah-sekolah khusus seperti SLB yang menangani anak-anak tunanetra dan juga YPAC. Nah, tetapi untuk guru-gurunya memang masih sangat minim di Indonesia. Oleh karena itu harapan kami kepada pemerintah adalah untuk menyediakan guru-guru yang memang menangani anak-anak disabilitas ini.
Jadi jangan membuli ya teman-teman, karena no bully allowed.
Terima kasih.